Isn't this frame just neat and tidy? Alright, there's a couple of little recovery shots halfway through it, but this has been superb.
Stuart Bingham, 90.
Yes, just a pity it wasn't converted into a century. And so Stuart Bingham with breaks of 55 and then 90.
So it's set up nicely with 4 frames left to play in this evening's first session. O'Sullivan made a lightning fast start with that century in the first frame, led 2-0. Bingham has fought back very strongly.
Oh, sorry.
The head-to-head
Okay, frame 5.
favours O'Sullivan strongly, 15-3, but 2 of Bingham's 3 wins have come in matches in more than one session, once at the UK and of course at the World Championship when he beat him on the way to winning the title 4 years ago. He's getting very, very close on table 2, where Neil Robertson has won all 4 frames tonight. He's just won a black ball frame against Mark Selby, 6-all. Selby had a chance at a pink, not an easy shot. Missed it, left it over the pocket. Robertson potted pink and black.
Yeah, incredible turnaround in that match. I think if there wasn't an interval, there's every chance Selby would have won 9-2. But they are now got a best of 5 to get into the semi-final. Meanwhile, Ronnie O'Sullivan is lining up this red to the right corner. Is he playing the cannon to knock the red away from the black, for the black to the same pocket? Just playing the cue ball out of any risk. Nice pot. Yeah, Ronnie O'Sullivan got the balls changed, and it was been Stuart Bingham that's done all the playing with them so far.
Six.
Of course, O'Sullivan, if he wins this title, can and will go above Mark Selby in the world ranking. Selby's been there just over 4 years. It would be an amazing achievement, really, because, of course, he doesn't play anything like the number of tournaments as the other top players.
Mid-range red. Just a little stun run through the black to the left corner. I'm getting all the shots right. I thought obviously black doesn't pot, or if it does, perhaps because the black's not going in its own spot, that's why he wants to leave the black for the moment. Again, wrong side of the blue though. Let's end a break.
80. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 18.
Maybe you want to get those balls back that he got that he got changed, because nothing's really gone for him since. Stuart Bingham, which came in the media centre briefly in the interval, was saying he said that he did feel they were getting quite a few just bad contacts with the other set.
One.
Point is, though, he's come here on a high, Stuart Bingham. He wasn't guaranteed to be in this event prior to the Gibraltar Open. Early on the last day he knew he would be, and that really gave him a boost, and went on, of course, to win the tournament.
Stuart Bingham, 1. Foul and a miss. Stuart Bingham, 4. One. Six.
Well, it's landed absolutely perfectly on this red. I don't know if it was ads played.
Seven.
But again, whether that was a heavy contact or he just didn't cue it properly, he's woefully short with a cue ball to get on the pink.
Stuart Bingham, 7.
Okay, shouldn't have missed the pink, but the shot previously was the one that did the damage. The first red is straightforward, but the problem is the next shot. He's obviously going to play for pink, but getting on the next red is not straightforward. That's why you can see he's pointing his tip at least 3 or 4 places where he could leave the cue ball.
One.
Screw left hand side, place some sort of cannon into the 3 reds near closest to where his hand is.
Seven.
There's just a few people coming in on the other side, where it's the interval, just taking their seats, but they're right in his eye line. You can just see them sitting down.
Eight.
Seen him, just watching him, working everything out, studying the whole table in this break. After Bingham missed that pink. O'Sullivan looking to get going again, having led 2-0.
13.
It was a remarkable moment in Preston when he made that 1000th century in the final to win, of course, the final frame of the Players' Championship. Hard not to get caught up in it. He got a personal message the next day from Stephen Fry, who'd been watching. Recorded a little message. Frightening thing, I think, for all the other players is there's no sign of any decline at all in any department of his game.
28.
And if anything, he seems more determined than ever to dig in, which he'll have to do in this tournament with the long matches.
These are missable. If you put in drag in it, if you decelerate, you can miss it thin.
35.
Almost did.
So this is effectively frame ball.
41.
Really had to concentrate hard to work all of that out, and he did so superbly. Well, I didn't get the cannon, but 3 snookers needed.
48.
Bingham the sort, though, he'll play on for sure.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 48.
Well, that's surely in the frame now. Looking a little bit puzzled at that one. Although O'Sullivan was pegged back, he knows he can still open a lead tonight, possibly a big one. You can see he's 10% up on the pot success stats.
Eight. Twelve. 14. 17. 21. 21.
Well, he did the damage in his previous visit. So Ronnie O'Sullivan, who led 2-0, has now gone back into the lead again. Of course, the thing on that table is now there's been an interval that's halted Robertson's momentum, so it'll be interesting to see if that makes any difference. But you can see the Aussie at the table early in the next frame.
These long matches, 2-session matches, momentum is massive, and Selby Robertson match, obviously Selby had the momentum, now it's with Robertson. How long can you keep it going? Well, lovely long pot stroked in by Ronnie Sullivan.
1.
Six out of 9 long pots, pretty decent. Pot success is at 95%, which is impressive.
Free. Four. Nine.
Of course, David, if Selby
10.
was to lose, Ronnie wins, got a new world number 1. I think that might be good for Mark Selby, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he's been there over 4 years, which is very impressive. There was a debate on Twitter yesterday, as there tends to be on Twitter, about most things, about, you know, is he a deserving number 1? Well, yes, he is, because he's been number 1. Simple as that. Won a lot of the tournaments
16.
that carry big first prizes. But, of course, those points coming off on the 2-year system is part of the problem, and he hasn't done as well this season as in previous years. So points not going on.
I just think it might possibly free him up a little bit.
23.
At the moment, it seems, because he's not playing so well, it seems like a little bit of a burden.
24.
But anyway, that will be decided at some point in this tournament. Ronnie Sullivan's not got the best angle on this black if he wants to disturb the reds. May possibly be a plant. Is there to the left corner? It's maybe not dead on to the middle of the pocket, but no problem at all. It's pretty much unmissable, really. Just depends on how he wants to play it. Does he want to follow the cue ball, disturb some more reds, or just stun over for the black to the same pocket? Well, choosing to go for the blue, and that's pretty much perfect. And look at the target, just through that little gap into the middle of the bunch. Oh, he's hit it perfectly. Thought he might just go in with a little more pace than that. He's okay, he's on this red.
36. $37.
Well, he's on the blue to the left middle, but can he avoid the cannon on the yellow? It's obviously a natural, so that's why he's aiming down in the cue ball. That is a beautiful shot. It really is. And that's the best shot of the match so far.
42.
Looks ominous in this frame then. And that would mean 2 big frames to come this evening, certainly for Bingham, looking to keep in touch overnight.
45. $46. $52. 53.
So this black and then another red, and it should be 4-2.
$60. 61.
And every chance of a second century of the evening.
$60. 69.
This frame's been going 7.5 minutes.
76. $81. 82. $86.
Well, this is why the good people here in Clandino were queuing 2 hours before the match to
87.
get in, to watch performances like this.
Yes. Almost kind of gone under the radar, this performance, really. He's a 96% pot success rate now. I think the fact that Stuart Bingham won the second 2 frames, thinks to make it 2-2, it takes your mind off how good
98.
Sullivan's been tonight, really.
Well, we're still counting them. That's 1,002 now. Terrific break. He played that great shot, didn't he, on the blue early on.
And 7.
And once he nailed that one, it just looked a formality. He would go on and win the frame.
113 in frame.
113 from Ronnie O'Sullivan, short and sweet, has given him his 2-frame lead back with 2 to play tonight. He's in front, 4-2. Stuart Bingham fresh from winning his 6th ranking title. And his 2nd this season. He won the English Open last October. Gibraltar, of course, just on Sunday. Got here yesterday evening after a long trip. Raring to go again, though. That's what he's like.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of travelling he's done, but when you're coming here on the back of a win, I don't really think you pay much attention to fatigue. You're on a high. You want to play another match straight away. That's how I'd be thinking.
Yeah, especially in an event like this. He actually said that he'd been targeting getting in this right from the start of the season. He recognised what a big event it is, just for the top 8 points earners all season. And he's done it, he's achieved that.
Two frames left of this session. You feel Stuart needs at least one of them. Obviously he wants both to draw level again, but he doesn't want to lose both of them. 6-2, you can't really see a way back. 5-3 still very much in the match. Pretty good safety shot. That red coming back up the table was always going to be a danger, but got a good cue ball. But I don't think it's as good as this cue ball.
This is the problem. If Ronnie O'Sullivan's playing well in all departments, then how do you beat him? He's got that discipline, which he showed last week in Preston. It's going to be very hard this week. Wonder, can Ronnie O'Sullivan get the cue ball out? He's lining up the pink to the right middle there. Looks to be pretty much a natural angle.
Just put this red to left corner, drop onto that area that you just seen him lining up.
One. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Well, he's got, as I said, 96% pot success, but he still gets irritated at the one miss that he makes.
Gave the table a right old punch there.
One.
Yeah, I think the thing about it, he knew he was leaving the world on should he miss that pink. He missed it by quite a way, actually. Big chance for Stuart Bingham to get a frame back. Oh dear.
Stuart Bingham, 1.
That's the third black off a spot that Stuart Bingham has missed, and threatened to do the same as Ronnie O'Sullivan. I don't know what Ronnie will make of that, actually.
Well, the answer to the question, how is Ronnie O'Sullivan beatable, is to punish any mistakes that come along, even if there aren't many. There was one. He was annoyed with it, but he's immediately back at the table.
1.
Yeah, it was a weak miss, wasn't it, from Stuart Bingham? It really was. It's unforgivable at this level, especially in this event, to miss one black of a spot, really, let alone 3 that he's missed tonight.
Six.
Something's just descended from the heavens, fluttering down. Thankfully didn't land on the table.
7.
He did well there, actually, that shot to stay right side of the blue. It looked kind of a nothing shot probably on your screens, but that was beautiful touch.
Good news as well is his knuckles are intact. It was an occasion, he loves me mentioning this, so I'm going to mention it again. Michael Holt, it's a long time ago now. I know he was very young at the time, but he did that same thing a little bit harder at the old Masters qualifying event. Had to go to hospital with a broken knuckle.
13.
That's what you're saying, Ronnie even punches the table better than everyone else.
Punch success, 100%. This was it. That was the miss.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
And gave the table a bit of a whack, and then Bingham missed the black. Threatened to do the same.
Stuart Bingham, 1.
It's looking like a big error, though, that miss black.
21.
Because he had a chance to not only punish O'Sullivan, but keep him stewing in that seat, thinking about his own miss. Distant memory now.
26. 27.
Yeah, that's the thing. When Ronnie's playing this well, you get very few chances, and when you do get them, the pressure magnifies up. 4-2 down. Stuart would have known the importance of trying to win these last 2 frames.
34.
Such a good front runner, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
35.
Hang on, hang on. Oh, just
43.
stayed out. He wasn't ideal on that red to start with. It's almost like the cue ball didn't dare going off here. Looked certain to at one point. Just a bit of a stretch, this.
Now
It looks like he's back in business now. See Mark Selby looking over there. He's had a rotten evening so far. He's lost all 5 frames to Neil Robertson. It's 7-6 to Neil Robertson. Some close frames there have gone to him.
.56.
He's 2 balls away from guaranteeing himself an overnight lead.
57.
Well, he missed that pink. He thumped the table. He wasn't happy, but Bingham almost immediately missed the
64.
black. And O'Sullivan has just carried on
65.
from where he left off. Still enough on for another century.
.71. 72.
Marcel Eckhart sprinting to get the pink out as O'Sullivan gets in position for the next
78.
red.
79. .86. 87.
It's not only his own knuckles that have played a part in this frame, of course, the knuckles of that right middle as well.
96.
Going to his rescue, and it looked like he might have gone in off, potting that red. But as it is, it's going to be a 3rd century of the evening.
99. Thank you. Settle down.
Someone getting a bit too excited in the audience. Well, terrific break in the end, but Bingham had his chance. And if he gets one in the last of the evening, he's going to have to take it. Otherwise, he's going to be really struggling to stay in touch tomorrow.
And 14.
So it's a 3rd century of the evening for Ronnie O'Sullivan, a clearance of 121 with 1 frame to play, guaranteed a lead when they return, leading Stuart Bingham 5-2. This is the last frame of the
Stuart
session.
Bingham to break.
And when this frame's over, we'll be going over to table 2, where Neil Robertson leads Mark Selby 7-6, a close finish in prospect there. When we went to our break, it seemed that Stuart Bingham was asking the referee something regarding whether a warning should have been administered. I think possibly what it was in the Welsh Open final. He was warned for banging the table, because it wasn't the same referee and it's in their discretion whether to warn players or not. But anyway, there was some chat. I didn't exactly pick up what was said. But Marcel Eckhart is the man in charge here. It's up to him how he wants to run this match. Fair to say Bingham didn't look happy, but a lot of that was down to missing the black, I think.
I think that certainly compounded the matter. Well, Ronnie's missed the long pot and left this very awkward. This is a very tough shot. It's hard enough to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan when he gets the run of the balls as well. But Stuart Bingham has definitely lost a bit of composure over something in this match. He got down to play that shot pretty quickly. It's a very tough shot.
One.
Yeah, Bingham's pot success at 83%, and he knows against O'Sullivan in any tournament that's not going to be high enough. O'Sullivan at 96%.
7.
Well, you'd be a brave man
11.
to bet against this being the frame winning visit. The way he's been playing so far.
12.
Looking very ominous now for Stuart Bingham in this match. One good thing, even if he should lose this frame, is he's got a whole evening and a day to get his focus back. But 6-2.
19.
You don't hold out much hope, I'm afraid, such as how good
20.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is at front running a match.
It might have been different if he'd gone ahead not playing well, scrapping frames out, but it's not been that at all. It's been big breaks. That seemed a little springy, that bounce.
27. 28.
Well, this is anything but easy, this red
35.
to left middle. But
36.
ported as if it was hanging over the pocket. And just a stun into 3 reds above the black, the 2 reds to the right as we look up the table. Maybe even the extreme right red. Stun into those.
$43.
The green is a problem here, avoiding the cannon on the green when potting the red.
$44.
Wow, this is wonderful. There's a red available in the bottom of that. There's 5 reds to the left. There's a red available to the right corner.
$51. $52.
No, is he looking at a possible plant to right middle? No. There you see it. It looks pretty well set to the middle of the pocket. He may choose to go into the bunch, cannon that red in between the pink and black. Didn't get the cannon he liked, but things are just going
59.
along very nicely for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Not the red he expected to be on.
60.
Stuart Bingham has missed a few tonight, which has made a difference. And O'Sullivan has played superbly, which has also made a difference. And the odd bit of running here and there, okay, can happen. After all, Bingham's nickname is Ball Run.
67.
But it could be that O'Sullivan
68.
makes a 4th century here, which tells its own story. This black is for the frame. So he's made his move from the interval. He's won all 4 frames.
75. 76. $83. $84.
So if this cannon goes well, which it hasn't done.
89.
Well, unless he pulls out something special, it's going to be a mere 89. But it's still another quick kill, 8 minutes this frame. He's done his best, hasn't he? Well, he's dominated since the interval. 3 centuries plus that 89 in the last frame of the day. Firmly in control overnight, just needing 3 to reach the semi-finals of the Tour Championship, leading Stuart Bingham by 6 frames to 2.